I'm Toto.
I'm Sui.
And welcome back to Weekly Tidbits.
Her favorite.
What are we going to talk about today?
ATEEZ.
ATEEZ!
What else is there to talk about? There's nothing else to talk about in K-pop these days.
How does she bite me every time?
Just sit here nicely, kitty. Pretty much the whole K-pop world is about ATEEZ. Unless it's just our world. Is it just our K-pop world or everybody's K-pop world?
It might be just our world and everyone around us is world. Except for Rin.
Rin is all about Astro.
Astro.
She's jumping on that boat a little late, but she's jumping on it now. Right?
Mm-hmm.
But ATEEZ boat is right now.
Literally because Pirate King is on a boat.
Okay, so we watched most of Codename ATEEZ episodes, which is what they did pre-debut and shows their build up to debut, and when they first heard Pirate King, that was fun to see their reactions. And how then they went and got together and did the choreography. If you are trying to learn ATEEZ, we would suggest that you go look up Codename ATEEZ and watch those. Very fun. But the biggest excitement about ATEEZ is My Music Taste did a campaign to get ATEEZ here, and it worked. I don't know how My Music Taste works, but anyway, somehow that worked. And so ATEEZ announced that they are coming in March to 4 cities, I think it is, 3 or 4 cities in the US. And so I'm like, okay, I gotta go. Will she be here in March? No.
I won't see that.
So my friend Kathy and I decided we were going to try for it after some debate, because we were like, seriously, they're just brand new. They have 10 songs. How do you have a concert with 10 songs? I don't know. And so should we do it now, or should we wait and see if they come to KCON, or should we wait till next year when they're a little more established? Whatever. And then we're like, what the heck? Let's just do it now. It was a crazy, chaotic fiasco with all the places and the ticketing. I think most of the tickets sold out for pre-sale. And we did have a pre-sale code, and so we were able to try on that day, and the same thing happened to us as what happened to everybody else, which is the second you log in, it says no tickets are available. And this was on the first day, pre-sale, the first minute. And we're like, how can it really truly sell out that fast? But Kathy kept trying. I was at work, so I was not been able to help very much. I was trying to look like I was still working, so it was a little difficult. But she kept trying, and she would get them popping up into the thing saying that there were tickets, and then she would go to check out, and then it would say, nope, somebody's already got those tickets. So we were like, oh my gosh, it's seriously sold out already. But then finally, about 15 minutes into it, she was able to check out with tickets, and so yay, we got tickets. I think we were very, very, very lucky. I feel lucky that Kathy was on my team that day. She was doing the ticketing, buying for me, because I don't seem to look out very well with tickets.
So they get to do a high touch.
Hopefully all goes well. I'm a little nervous about the craziness that this fandom already is. Being in the pit at the front of the stage could be a little bit crazy. Hopefully with the little bit of experience, I will, be able to stand my ground, but I feel like it could be a little crazy this time. So I'm a little nervous about that.
But the cool thing about this concert that they get to go to, that I don't get to go to, but anyway, because it's ATEEZ's very first concert, basically. I don't think they've done a concert in Korea at all yet, just like showcase and the shows
and some fan meets.
But it's like their first concert in America.
The
LA one is the first stop.
Yeah.
So they're going to be very excited.
They're going to be excited. They're going to be hyped,
because we've done high touches before, and
our high touches have been okay.
They're okay, but like the members, it's like no big deal to them because they're used to it.
So that should be really fun. We bought tickets on one day, and the next day, guess who announces a concert?
Stray Kids.
So the only 2 concerts I really wanted to go to this year was Stray Kids and ATEEZ. Super Junior, of course, is always up there because they would trump anybody else, but it's like we think that they'll never come. So we buy ATEEZ tickets on one day and the next day Stray Kids announces a concert. I cannot believe the timing of that. But they have not had tickets go on sale yet. And I find it interesting that so many people on Twitter are actually buying their hotel and their plane tickets and planning the trip when they don't even have tickets yet. Do they not realize how hard it is to get tickets and how you can't count on actually getting tickets? Who knows if I'm going to Stray Kids, but I plan to. I feel so freaking abandoned by all these people around me that have been my concert buddies. It's annoying, guys.
Who was talking on Twitter that she would fly out for the next ATEEZ concert?
Mother K-Poppy said she would come out to ATEEZ in LA next time, even though she lives in Atlanta or somewhere in Georgia. Anyway, so let it begin. The concert craze is happening. ATEEZ is on my list. Stray Kids is hopefully on my list. Who's on your list?
A few weeks ago, I was scrolling on Instagram, and there was a concert announcement for PLT concert in Seoul, and I was like, I wish I could go. I want to see PLT, and then I was like, wait a second. I can! Kind of a weird feeling, like a weird realization. I was like, wait, I can go to this. I will be there.
It's a freaking 20-minute subway ride from where she's at. 20 minutes away!
Yeah.
That is like mind-blowing, people.
I got a ticket to PLT, and I will be going with a subscriber, actually. We won't be next to each other, probably. I don't know if there will actually be seats or if it's standing. It says standing, but there might be seats anyway. We shall see.
Everyone sits. Even if it says standing?
But it does say standing seat.
That means you can stand on your seat. Perfect. I am assuming that things are a little bit different, but things are mostly the same too, I bet.
I mean, PLT would be kind of different. They're kind of chill. But anyway, I'm very excited to see PLT because they were like my most played artists
Last year?
like last year, like the second half of last year after I discovered them. They took 3 of the spots on my top 20 list.
So, since we represent the rest of our K-pop converters, I'm going to ATEEZ. You're going to PLT. What's Meg's going to?
Like a big concert with like NCT and Winner. And
I can't even remember except NCT. And she's meeting up with internet friend Frankie.
Frankie, inappropriate K-pop mom.
Yeah, that's in February sometime. So like, we are in February. So like in a week.
Whoa, it's February. I go to Korea this month.
So she's got a concert coming up, so that will be fun. And Rin is not going to a concert that I know of. But if you watched her thing last time when I was joking about everyone leaving me and going to Korea, it wasn't a joke. We found out later. Guess who else is going to Korea? I don't think she cares if we announce it, I hope, because I don't think she's going to be doing her very own video announcing it. But I was joking about Rin leaving me too and going to Korea, and she actually is. We found out a few days later after that video. Out of 4 of us, 3 people will be in Korea for the spring and into the summer a little bit.
It's weird.
I don't even know what to say. Is this real life?
Is this real life?
So hopefully we will be getting some updates from the people in Korea for the channel, but if not, then either I sit here and talk to you, or it dies for a little while till everybody comes back. Hopefully I get to go for a visit when she's done. That's still being in the talked about stage, so when it's official, we'll let you know.
Okay.
Any other comebacks that we want to talk about? We're going to talk about VIXX because N is going to the military in a month on the same day that Key from SHINee is going, and they're both going to be in the band. And so they're kind of doing, it'll be in the band, do you know that?
What band?
The military band.
There's a military band?
Yes. They are. And so VIXX has been doing like sort of a final fan meets and fun things, and I don't know what they're doing. And today a song came out that I can't remember the name of, that's sort of the goodbye song, you know? How when people start losing their people to the military, they have goodbye songs.
But
Big
like,
Bang did it.
Flower Road.
Yeah. I don't know what Super Junior's goodbye song was, but they probably had something.
Don't leave me.
Oh yeah, that.
Don't leave me.
Don't leave me. Don't leave me.
We haven't watched that yet, but I hear that it makes people cry. So that's to look forward to still.
VIXX is funny.
You know how when you're on YouTube or something and you will get all these suggestions of things to watch, right? And do you click on all of them?
No.
Most of the time I scroll through and I'm like, oh, that looks interesting. Maybe I'll watch it later. But I never hit like watch later or whatever. I'm just like, oh, I'll try to remember that. So most of the time I think we scroll through a lot of stuff that we would absolutely love. But then sometimes you actually click on something and you're like, man, I'm so glad I clicked on that. Because what if I would have just scrolled past, right? Because it was just one of those things that you just, that's just there. So that's how it was with this VIXX thing. And they're doing this, I don't know what they're doing. They're calling it Toy Story. So they did a Toy Story performance with dressed in Toy Story thing, costumes, and it was really funny, and so we watched that. But this other thing we clicked on, and they just had the ASMR microphone, and they were trying to be very quiet as they made stuff, right?
And it went too loud, then none alarm would go off, and then you had to put something on.
Put something silly on.
Like a wig or
Glasses.
a mustache.
And it was so funny. Why is that so funny?
And there were no subtitles, so we didn't know what they were saying. but
We
it was
watched
just
the
so
whole
funny.
thing with no subtitles, and we're dying laughing. So if you guys just want to laugh, then we suggest that video. I think there's subs now. Anyway, it was great, and Leia was laughing so hard, and that's my favorite thing in the world. And too, we had little VIXX moment, and which was good because they seem to be getting neglected lately, and it makes me crazy when that happens. In fact, only you. That's a fun one. We think Imfact is one of those underrated groups that should get a lot more attention because their vocals are so amazing.
I don't understand. Like, every time I watch them, I'm just like, wow. Mind blown.
Mind blown every time. So if you haven't seen any Imfact, look them up. We're looking forward to Taemin in about a week, right? A couple weeks.
What was that teaser thing? It was weird.
Oh my gosh. I don't know what to expect, but it's a little scary, that teaser. Scary in both senses. Scary like, oh, he's gonna kill us. And scary in like, what the heck was that, right? Looking forward to Taemin and Yaesung. I'm getting my Yaesung Yo songs all mixed up these days. So now I have to think about which one's which. Yaesung is having a comeback. I'm very excited about that one. It's a Japanese thing though, so I don't know if it will be readily available or not, but Monsta X, yeah, in a couple weeks. I feel like Monsta X has just kind of dropped for a little while for us. Is that sacrilegious to say?
I've all of a sudden gotten in a t-shirt making mood.
T-shirt designing mood.
Designing. Anyway, I've had a Redbubble for a long time with K-pop stuff, but I'm all of a sudden I had a new idea that is like an idea that I can do so much with, and I'm starting to put a lot on Redbubble. So if you want to look at my Redbubble,
We haven't plugged the Redbubble very much, and she really does have a lot of fun designs on there. So if you're into buying some t-shirts and you want to go see what kind of things she's come up with, check it out.
this one is my
Slash.
favorite.
Is it? Will you be my friend?
Yeah.
She's doing some AT stuff. Go figure. Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Also Monsta X, Stray Kids, and
Super Junior.
Super Junior.
Seriously, I can't think of anything else to talk about except ATEEZ right now. We're laughing and joking, but it's pretty much the truth.
I wonder how long that will last.
I know.
Bias still hasn't picked me.
What? How can that be?
Because I love them all. Like, every single one could be my bias.
Whoever's on screen.
Yep.
They're all so fun. But what group is not like that, though? This is the thing that when talking about biases is that they all have a fun, unique personality, and they all have a talent that you think is amazing. And so it's like every group is like that. So like picking a bias is stupid, pretty much.
Well, that's why I'm not picking a bias. I'm waiting for one to pick me.
And how does that usually happen for you? Like what? How will you know when that happens?
I don't know. You just do.
There's got to be like some red flags that pop up that you're like, oh, this could be it. It could be happening right now.
I don't know. I'm trying to think of what happened with QG.
He did the dirt face.
That's what started it. At the beginning, it was Ooyoung and Yoonho and Jongho, but now just all of them have come back up.
Oh, I don't remember what else was happening in February right now. I'm bad. I'm so bad. Bad multi. Bad multi. Hopefully you enjoyed our ramblings about the K-pop world in our eyes from this past week or so. We would love to know what's happening in your eyes in the K-pop world, because we don't seem to get very many comments, and I don't know what it would take to get people to say, hey, so yeah, I'm really into ATEEZ too. Hey, this is my bias. Hey, I can't wait for Monsta X, but I don't care about Taemin and Yaesung. Seriously. Like, I want to know what people are thinking and looking forward to, and what we're forgetting. I'm just begging for people to talk, because I don't know, people aren't talking,
I
and
feel like we aren't talking to anyone.
and that's why I'm rambling and I could care less what I'm saying. This is our spiel at the end of our video to beg you to talk to us and let us know what you're thinking and what's in your K-pop world this week. Bye.
Bye.
Will you be my friend?